To you all, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Kaonga Samuel, where we make your math journey to be very simple, where we simplify your journey in mathematics, making it really simple. Today there has been an outcry really from the grade 8s, especially from the grade 8s, that no, Mr. Kaonga, please do a lesson that is going to make us benefit from your channel, we as your grade 8. I said, right, as I'm busy organizing myself, I can do a PowerPoint video for you so that you are able to learn one or two things. And one thing that really you requested, you my children, is a topic on algebra. So I dedicated this time just to create this lesson for you. Alright, so this is a lesson for all grade 8s, wherever you may be watching this channel from, across this nation of our country, beautiful mother Zambia. Let's dive into the lesson, but before please we go on, don't forget to hit that subscription button and that bell notification so that each time a new video is uploaded, you are able to be notified and you really enjoy the videos that are oncoming to this channel. Let's jump on to another slide. Important in algebra is to understand the key terms. So I've tried by all means to come up with key guiding terms, okay, key guiding terms to this algebra that we are about to do. So I'll go in step by step to show you what each term really means and how you need to approach it. The first term is a variable. A variable is any letter that represents a number. A variable in math, we say this is any letter that can stand in for a number. That letter, we call it a variable. Okay? That letter, we call it a variable. Now, an expression is just a combination of terms. An expression is a combination of terms. Please take note. When we talk about expressions, expression is different from equation. An expression, we are just looking at different terms coined together. They form what is known as an expression. An expression has no equal sign, just like I said. In an equation, we have equal signs. For example, x plus y is equal to 2. That is an equation. Now, x plus y is an expression. A coefficient. A coefficient is a number which comes before a variable, e.g. 5x minus 2y. In this expression, 5 is a coefficient, 2 is a coefficient. Note that these are written before variables. 5 is written, or it comes before a variable x, and negative 2 is written before the variable y. So x and y are variables, then 5 and 2 are coefficients. I hope this is unlocking your understanding so far. Please don't forget to hit that subscription button and that bell notification icon so that each time a new video is uploaded, you are able to be notified. Without wasting much of our time, let's jump into the next slide. So terms make up an expression, okay? Together, 5x minus 2y is an expression. Right. Now, there are too many types of terms, two types of terms that we're going to. The first one is numerical expression. Numerical expression. Two types of expression. We have the first one, which is numerical expression. This is a number expression. It comes from the word, the word numerical comes from the word number. So these consist of numbers only. We're just looking at numbers only. All right. This word, sorry for that, this word was supposed to be consists of instead of consists on. Right. So the second one is algebraic expression. So in the algebraic expressions, now we're looking at letters and numbers put together. The letters are called variables, as earlier on alluded to. So the letters are called variables. All right. So that expression where you see x, y, maybe z, those are algebraic. Then an expression where you just see numbers only, from our grade 1 up to grade 7, we've mostly dealt with numerical expressions. We're just looking at numbers only, no letters involved. All right, now here where you have come in grade 8, now we're going to coin in together numbers and letters. All right, let's jump into another slide and really get some more details there. Let's have a further look at expressions. A further look at expressions. All right, so the expression 2x plus 4y minus z, as you can see in that expression, there is no equal sign. So we are saying this kind of an expression is called an algebraic expression. Why? It consists of numbers and letters coined together. All right, the second one, ab minus 6am plus 21ac. This is another kind of algebraic expressions. Why? We have letters and numbers coined together. The third one, now take note, 1 minus 9 plus 10 minus 20. This is a numerical expression. I hope by now you are even able to tell why this is a numerical expression. You are able to tell this expression consists of numbers only. It is made up of numbers only. There is no letter there. There is no variable. So just in this slide, you are able to tell, I believe you are able to tell the difference between an algebraic expression and a numerical expression, which is very good start for you to really differentiate between the two. It's a good start for you. All right, let's jump into another slide and really look at these expressions at a closer look there. Let's give them a closer look. So 2x minus y plus 6z, this expression has 3 terms. Now remember what we said about terms? I hope you are able to remember. That's great. So if you are able to remember, please you can note that in this expression we have 3 terms. The first term is 2x, the second one is negative y, and the third one is 6z. Right. In this expression we have 6xyz plus 2xy minus 4x plus 5y minus z. This expression has 5 terms. 5 terms. The first term, right? Take note. 6 is the coefficient of xy. Okay. In this expression, which has got 5 terms, now we can differentiate. We can tell which one is the coefficient of which variables. So 6 is the coefficient of xy. All right. 5 is the coefficient of y. 2 is the coefficient of xy, negative 1 is the coefficient of z, and finally negative 4 is the coefficient of x. I hope so far you are able to really tell the difference. You are able to tell what a coefficient is, what a variable is, what a numerical expression is, and what an algebraic expression is. And this is very important for you to understand your algebra as we build it bit by bit. I think that is so cardinal to understanding algebra. This has to do with like and unlike terms. Please pay particular attention to the rules governing like and unlike terms. Firstly, unlike terms are terms which look different in all aspects. In all aspects, they look different. Here it's just a matter of using our beautiful eyes that God has created us with to really tell, okay, these are like, these are unlike terms. Now, unlike terms look exactly different in all aspects. Like terms are terms which look exactly the same, right? Like terms will look exactly the same. There will be no difference. Note, like terms can be added to each other because they are like. It's more like if I have a pen and a pen, these are like items. So I can say at the end of the day I have 2 pens. But if I have a pen and a book, these are unlike. At the end of the day, I'm going to say I have a pen and a book, meaning these guys cannot be added together. That's great. If you have understood that, that's a great way to go. All right, you are able to tell that this is different from this, so these guys are unlike and they cannot be added together. But those that look exactly the same, they are the same in nature, those are like terms, and like terms can be added together. That's great. All right, Unlike terms can not be added or subtracted. It's very important for you to really understand this aspect there. Now let's have a detailed look at like and unlike terms. X is like to X. As you can see, I said like terms, they look exactly the same. So X is like to X. So these guys can add. All right? An example, if I have 2 x's, okay, add together 3 x's, 2 x's pushed together 3 x's, I'm going to have 5 x's. So 2x plus 3x, the result is going to be 5x. That's great. All right, another example is negative 4x plus 7x. You can see these are like terms. X and x are like terms. 4 and 7, these are also like terms. These are numbers. So 7x plus negative 4x plus 7x is as good as saying 7x minus 4x. The result is going to give us 3x. We can reorder this. We can allow the positive to come first so that we have a negative, we have a positive 7, okay, less negative 4x there, which is going to give us 3x. Right. Another look is that x squared is like to x squared. You can see this x is now raised to a power of 2. So this x which is raised to a power of 2 should also be like to another x which is raised to a power of 2. So these guys can add or subtract. Example, 2 x's which are raised to the power of 2 plus 3 x's which are raised to the power of 2 put together, I'm going to have 5 x's which are raised to the power of 2. I hope that is shedding more light to your bank of knowledge. AXY is like to AXY, so these guys can add. For example, negative 3AXY plus minus 2AXY. Now these are negative numbers, so I'm going to, so in short, I'm moving from a negative to another negative. So the result there is going to give me a negative value, which is going to give me 5AXY. Right, let's continue. Unlike terms, x is not like to x squared, so these guys cannot add. X is not like onto y, so these guys cannot add. They are unlike terms. X squared y is not like onto xy or xy squared, so these cannot add or subtract. Right? You really have to pay particular attention here. Instructions to help us understand with clarity what we'll be facing in our day-to-day lessons, in our day-to-day exam questions. The first one, here it comes as it bounces. You can see on your screen there. So we have simplify. This word simplify is a key algebraic instruction which must be understood with all clarity. You understand this clearly, you are not going to have any challenges. That's great. Let's move on to let's jump on to another slide, all right, to get another instruction that we are going to more oftenly meet in our journey. Here it comes. So we have expand. All right, to expand, we are going to learn. All right, we are going to learn as I'll unlock these guys step by step and instruction by instruction. The next instruction that you need to understand is factorize. All these are separate topics that will be done on separate slides or on separate videos. The other instruction is evaluate. You need to understand with clarity really what it means to evaluate. The last instruction is solve. Solve. You need to understand what it means when we say, can you solve? All right? So all these 5 terms, they're the terms that we are going to meet, you are going to meet in your mathematical journey, okay, from grade 8 all the way up to your college, up to your university. More oftenly, you're going to meet these terms. All right, so if you can understand them right now, you'd have built a vocabulary of mathematics, and it is going to help you really enjoy your journey without difficulties. So straight away, we are going today in this lesson, we'll just focus on instruction number 1. Let's dive into another slide to see the instruction number 1, what it exactly means. Simplifying algebraic expressions. What comes in your brain when you hear the word simplify? I know in most cases people will say to simplify is to make it simple. Yeah, that's great, that is correct. To simplify, we're just making something simple. But this lesson is going to shed more light on how really you can make something very simple. To simplify means to simplify an expression, it simply means to collect like terms, adding or subtracting the like ones and leaving the unlike ones the way they are, the way you are seeing them. As long as you've simplified, you've collected the like terms, you've come to terms where these guys are unlike, that is going to be your solution. You cannot go any further. Please don't forget to hit that subscription button and that bell notification icon, so that each time a new video is going to be uploaded, you will be notified. That's great. Let's move on. All right, let's jump into another example. So this is example 1, really. So simplify each of the following expressions. All right, here comes this expression which is bouncing on our screen. So simplify 9x plus 5y minus 3x minus 8y. You can see that these guys, we have got things that are similar there. All right, at the same time they are different items, but really our main focus is to really collect those which look exactly the same, put them together. Those that are different, put them together, put them aside. Really we have to reduce this to an extent that these guys cannot be added anymore. Let's go further. This is another example. All right, another example is that one. So let's go into the solution slide for these guys. All right, example 1, 9x plus 5y minus 3x minus 8y. This one we are going to say, okay, 9x minus 3x plus 5y minus 5y minus 8y rather. Like terms here have been collected. You can see 9x is now going to be married on to negative 3x, plus positive 5y is going to be married on to negative 8y. So x and x have been collected, they are on one side. Y and y have been collected, they are on one side. So really, let's check out the result. So 9x minus 3x, the result is going to have 6x, because it's more like I have 9x's. Now out of the 9x's, I'm taking away the 3x's. My result is really going to be 6x. And more like here, I have 5y minus 8y. The result is going to give me negative 3y. Really, each time a number that is smaller, small in nature, in its nature, subtracting a number that is larger in nature, the result is always going to give you a negative there. That's great. Let's move on. Example 2. So you can check in example 2, we've got 4x squared minus 3x, okay, minus 7 minus 2x squared minus 5x plus 1. So here our duty is to just use our eyes and collect the like terms. As you can see from there, we have 4x squared is going to be coupled onto 2x squared, negative 2x squared. These are like terms. Negative 3x and negative 5x are also like terms. Positive 1 minus 7 are like terms. So what will be the result? So it's more like I have got 4x x's which are squared. I'm now removing 2x's which are squared. My result is going to be 2x squared. And I've got negative 8 there, meaning I'm moving from negative 3 going 5 steps to my negative side, the variable there being x, so I'm going to land at negative 8x. All right, then like I said, 1 minus 7, 1 is a smaller number, subtracting 7, so it's smaller in nature of course, but mathematically positive 1, negative 7, positive 1 is always greater. But however, in with respect to nature, we are going to say negative 1 rather 1 is smaller than 7. So each time a smaller number is subtracting a larger number, the result is always going to give you a negative. I hope we are unlocking your understanding here. All right, the third example is that one there, 7x squared y minus 3xy minus 7yx and 2yx squared. Please take note, whether we say x squared y or yx squared, these are the same. As long as the components involved are the same, these we're going to call them as like terms. So x squared y is like onto x onto yx squared, and xy is like onto yx. All right, they are the same. It's more like saying negative, it's more like saying 2 times 3, the result is going to give you what? The result is going to give you 6, or 3 times 2, the result is still going to give you 6, meaning these guys are like. So since they are like, we collect them like that. All right, the end result is going to give us 5x squared y minus 10 xy there. Right. I hope we are learning. So now this brings us to the exercise. Answer all questions for practice. Only selected questions will be marked. Let me emphasize here, those that are in our school, that is KCM Changa Trust School Secondary School section, you are free. As long as you're in grade 8, you are free to really bring your work for marking. I will mark you. You can do all those for practice. You can bring selected questions. I'm going to mark you. You are more than welcome. As long as you are in grade 8, it doesn't matter, grade 8B, grade 8A, grade 8C, you are all our children and we love you so much. Please, this lesson is for you. Right, so do some practices there and make us see that you've understood what we are talking about. So here is a slide that is really just going to make you practice that work. You are free to bring that work for marking at any time. You can have it in your study book. All right, I'll be more than happy to see that work submitted and I'll mark it for free of charge. All right. Anyway, we are coming now to the conclusion of this lesson, and I hope the most important topic there, you have understood it, or the most important instruction, our first instruction on simplify. You are going to meet these problems in your exam, both at grade 9 and at grade 12. The instruction won't change. If you can simplify an expression at grade 8, you can also simplify an expression at grade 12. The reasoning behind is exactly the same. Right. The last one is this problem there. Please, that is going to be our last challenge there. You can enjoy. I know it's quite long, but that's great. You can enjoy it as you do your simplifications, as you do your collection of like terms. All right. To this video, I'll link one of your friends who is going to really motivate us as you see her teach the class and see how she is simplifying things for us, really making things easier, making our journey easier, to really show the public out there that really maths can be done by anyone as long as you have interest, as long as you have all it takes. Really, there's nothing like having all it takes. It's really about having interest, really being dedicated, being focused. You are all intelligent and you're all going to make it. Really, maths is the simplest subject that you are going to find on the market. All it requires is that you need to be committed. You need to know what you want. You need to know what you are doing. That's all for today. I wish you all the blessings of the Lord.